Chill. You already know, it's your boy Joe back at it again, codingphase.com. In this live stream, we are looking for entry level positions for young developers and people trying to switch careers into tech. Let's get into it, man. Shout out to everybody that's in here, right? I'm seeing Fred in here. I'm seeing Karen's in here. Seeing Vulcan in here. So thank you all of you guys for coming through. I really appreciate it. Let me go in and share this with the community on Twitter. Let them know that we are live. And yeah. Let me just put this. We are live looking for entry-level positions, man. Let's get into it. Who's excited for today's live stream? Let me know in the chat, okay? You already know this is a two-way conversation. This whole live stream is a two-way conversation. So if you have any questions, any topic you want me to get into, let's do it while we are looking for job opportunities, okay? Definitely go ahead and check that out. All right. Also, too, in case you haven't noticed, right? We are having a special on codingphase.com for anybody that's interested in learning how to code, getting into the game. This is where you want to get started. Okay. Come to codingphase.com. All right. Get started from here. Okay. And right now we even have a 7-day free trial. So you come in, sign up, check out the Diamond membership, check out the courses, check out the meeting. On Monday, we have a meeting. You could come to the meeting itself, see how it is, so you could get the full experience without spending a dime. Now, if you keep it, guess what? You're also getting a 30% off. So again, sign up. Stop playing games. Okay, I'm putting a link right there on the chat for anyone that's interested, but basically it's going to bring you to this page. In this page, you can get more information about the Diamond membership, how everything that we do here works, okay? And basically come check it out. It's going to give you access to every single course that we have on codingphase.com. Every single thing, as you can see, over 90 plus courses you have access to. And on top of that, you get to keep a 30% off just because you tried the service. Also, too, again, if you decide, hey, I want to take advantage of it now, and I know what Joe got, I know what Coding Phase got, I'm going in, you could just easily sign up and basically upgrade your account. You could do a 6-month subscription. You could do a yearly subscription. Again, right now, this is what I call crackhead prices. Literally, if you go in, you look at it, you say, well, on a monthly, I could pay $70 with that 30% off, right? On a 6 months, right? Let's say 262 divided by 6, you're paying $43 a month. If you come in and you sign up for the year, it's $348 divided by 12. You're basically paying $29, okay? Again, you might say, do I want to sign up for a year? Trust me, you're going to really enjoy the service. Trust me, you're going to get the results that you came here for. So in the long run, you're going to want to come in and stick with Coding Phase. Trust me, people come in and they stay with us because we deliver. All right. So again, come in, sign up to Coding Phase, and yeah, let's just get started. Let me shout out everybody that's in here. We're going to start with Indeed. Then we're going to jump into dice.com, and then from there we're gonna jump into ZipRecruiter. Okay, yes, we're doing live stream every single day. Loving the everyday live streams. Yeah, man, this is what I used to do in 2017, and I said I'm gonna bring it back. Okay, I'm gonna bring it back from now till January. Every single day from Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. I'm live. Okay, you might see me a little bit early, 11:30, but guess what? At 12 o'clock, you're going to see my live stream here. Okay, we're here to help. We're here to, give you guys some game. And again, this is what we do. Shout out to Daniel Silva. Okay, let me see. Michael de la Riva's in here. Stu Munoz says notification again. Assemble. I like that one. Notification gang, assemble. Everybody pops up like, yo, we in here. Okay, so remember, every single day, 12 p.m., come in. When you're on your lunch break at your job, when you just woke up, maybe you one of those people that wake up at 11:30, come in. We are live, okay? So definitely come through. All right. We are focusing on looking for job opportunities, right? Prince Leo says, what will you teach? We teach everything at codingphase.com. For anybody that's interested, that's what we do there, okay? We focus on getting people into the tech industry. Unlike other channels or unlike other quote unquote influencers, what we focus on is getting people results. It's not just about learning how to code, it's about learning skills to actually get a job. So that's what we do at Coding Phase. If you're interested in that, links in the description, get 30% off, and you could even get a 7-day free trial to see if this is something that you want to do. Okay. Again, who should sign up to Coding Phase? Somebody that wants results. Right now, you've been trying every service, you've been going to every course, you've been doing boot camps, you've been doing everything that you've been doing, and you haven't found results. Come to Coding Phase, right? If your goal is to get your first job, that's what we specialize in, okay? We focus on two things initially: content management, which is content editing, web administrator, webmaster, those type of roles basically is managing a website for a company. That's your first way to get into the industry. It's the easiest way. Then from there, we focus on email development. Every single company, it doesn't matter what industry, needs people to come in and help them out with building email campaigns. Those campaigns that you receive on your Gmail account and you see them on the promotional tab, guess what? Someone has to build that. And that's your first job. That's the easiest way for you guys to get in. We've been saying this for over 7 years. You see the changes. We see the changes from React to the amount of people that's now learning how to code to AI coming in. And guess what? These two opportunities are not going anywhere. They're just getting bigger and bigger every single year, and the salaries keep going up because companies are realizing that they need people with this type of skills, and not a lot of people have them. So this is a great way for you to get your first job. Okay. Shout out to everybody in here. Brandon J says, man, that blueprint, portfolio blueprint really is the source, man. Landed an email dev job at TripAdvisor. Good looks, Joe. Hey, Brandon, congratulations on that job, man. I keep telling people the portfolio blueprint is the real source. I don't know why people don't take it. You remember I did a special the first day it came out. I said, yo, get it for $5. People say, I don't know. All right. Some people's going to come in and get it, right? Now it's like $20, $25, right? Basically, the portfolio blueprint, what it does is it teaches you everything about how to build a portfolio, what are the things that you need to have, what type of projects. So again, you could go to Coding Phase and you could purchase it there too. Go check it out. It gets results, right? This is what I do, guys. Always remember this. A lot of people get paid from views. As you can see right now, we got 57 people in here. That's fine. I don't want 1 million people. I don't want 100,000 people in here. I want literally people that need my help, right? So again, this is how I get paid. I make sure that you get the best results, and that's it. If I can't get you results, I can't get paid. So when I go in and create something like the portfolio blueprint, it has a lot of research behind it. 7 years of me training people and helping people coming out with the best portfolios to get the most amount of interviews, right? Because that's what's going to get you hired. If you're only getting one interview per month, guess what? It's going to take you 4 to 6 months to get hired. But if you're getting 2 to 3 interviews on a weekly basis, you're going to get hired in a month to 2. That's the facts. It's numbers. This is data that has been proven over the years. And again, I have data to back it up. You know what I'm saying? The goal is to get you to learn the skill, then have a portfolio that really showcases the skills that you have. And then from there, go into the interviews. You're not going to pass the first interview. That's fine. No one does. Very rarely somebody comes in and says, well, on my first interview, I got hired. That's not normal. You know what I'm saying? We don't base ourselves on the outlier, the one person that got that opportunity. No, we go in and we look at what's the average for everybody. It's literally 4 to 6 interviews. Once you get to that point, it's almost a damn near guarantee that you're gonna get hired. Okay. Now, of course, you got to be going for the right positions. If you go in and you say, well, I'm a full stack developer, I know this, and that, and I'm applying for XYZ company, right? And they're paying $150,000, $200,000, and you showing up there with no experience. Yeah, the portfolio might get you an interview, but again, there's so many people with real experience that they're gonna trump whatever you got. Experience trumps everything. Always keep this in mind. Experience trumps everything. This is why I focus on content management, email development, and Shopify development in those first 3 months that you're learning. So that way, when you get that job, you can actually get experience, and then you could go into the next level, which might be a full stack developer position, front end developer position, right? I always tell people like this. I can't guarantee you to get you $100,000, $120,000, $150,000 job on your first job without experience. So my first goal is to get you that experience, and then from there we work on getting that 100 and up. You get what I'm saying? I could bullshit you and tell you, hey man, we gonna get you $150,000. Hey man, I got a connection at Google. I got Mark Zuckerberg on speed dial. I could bullshit you like every other boot camp and every person that you see here on YouTube. Or I could go in and create a plan that guarantees that you'll get there. You get what I'm saying? That's how we do it. So shout out to Brandon J. I appreciate it. And yeah, man, let's see what's going on. Reading through here. Just starting coding, but I'm going to purchase for when I'm ready, looking for a job. Hey, when you're ready, you're ready. When you're ready, you're ready. If you're not ready and you want to go in and waste your time, go ahead. You'll come back. Trust me, it happens every time. So let's go into Indeed. Okay, we're going to start with the first thing that I always like to search for, which is HTML. That allows me to see every type of job that's out there that has to do with web development. So we're going to come in here, click on date. I want to see the latest one. Today is Monday, okay? By the way, accountability meeting tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time. So anybody that signs up to the free trial, come in, come show up. Show up to the meeting at 7 p.m. Eastern time. All you have to do is go to the Tech Accelerator V3. The link is right there for the meetings every single Monday, okay? Come through, come experience it, all right? Let me see your portfolio. Let me review it. Let me give you some tips. That's it. You literally come in and we could start setting up a plan for you for this whole month and get you in there. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, shout out to Apple, full stack engineer, man. Again, $121,000 to $214,000. You're not getting this job without no experience. So for anybody to be like, whoa, how can I get to Apple? How can I get to Google? How to get into Meta? This, and that. These type of jobs are guaranteed that you need experience, okay? Don't even look that way right now unless you have experience. That's the truth. All right, let's see. WordPress developer, 60 to 80,000. Hybrid, Baltimore, okay? Again, WordPress, HTML, CSS, right? That's the starting point. Okay, let's continue. Family of kids, Westbury, New York. Marketing manager, okay? Again, this is going to be part of, e-commerce is going to be part of email marketing, right? Email development, right? Understanding how to use a CMS system. And this is why I go in, I keep repeating this. This is why I teach the way I teach, okay? Opportunities like this come all the time, right? But guess what? You're going to need the trifecta. You're going to need to know how to manage a website because most of these websites are already built and they need people to come in and search for, through SEO, create some landing pages, maybe create some articles using AI, etc., right? You're going to need to know how to use a CMS tool. Guess what? You also need to learn how to have the email campaigns and manage it for them, okay? Create responsive emails and create campaigns for them, set up the automations, right? And then from there, e-commerce, understanding how e-commerce works, how to work with tools like Shopify, which is the #1 e-commerce platform. Guess what? That's the trifecta. Okay. This one is paying a little bit low. I'm not surprised. This is Westbury, New York. This is like upstate New York. You can't expect a lot of money in the outskirts of New York City. Okay. But guess what? For somebody that's starting and is looking for an opportunity, if you got no money coming in, it's better than nothing. Okay. So again, it's a good start. Let's continue from here. Reading through here. Let's see what else we have. I know it's 12 o'clock. It's early on a Monday. So I know recruiters are starting to post all the new jobs. Okay, let's see. Okay, Salesforce developer, senior software developer. Let's go in. We're looking for new ones, new opportunities. Where the new jobs at? Okay, e-commerce manager. All right. You know, they starting a little low, $19 to $28 in California. People can't survive off that. So make sure if you go for a position like this, $28, you got to go in and say, I need the maximum. This is California. Stop playing me. This is not a sweatshop, right? $28 an hour times 40 times 52. You're looking at 58. It's not bad if it was outside of California. But guess what? If you ain't got no money coming in, shit, I would take it. Okay, let's continue. Also, too, jobs like this is a good opportunities for those of you guys that live outside of California. Apply to these jobs because this type of jobs are not gonna get filled in California. The people that live in California, they're not trying to apply to this type of job. So that leaves you with an opening. Coming from another state, maybe you got a lower, lower cost of living. You apply to this type of jobs and say, hey, I'm in Wyoming. I'm in North Carolina. I'm in South Carolina. I'm in West Virginia. I'm in wherever the hell, right? Whatever hole you live at, right? And I'm applying to here. You're not going to find somebody in California to take this job, but I'll do this job remotely. If you want it, I'll do it. If you don't want it, cool. Keep it moving. Okay? It's the truth. Okay? Sometimes you got to talk to these employees like that the same way. Okay? Let's see from here. Let's see. Junior marketing. Okay, junior marketing coordinator, social media / web development, 52 to 60,000. Okay? Let's see in here. There's a good start. There's a good start for those of you guys that's inside of like email development. Okay, let's see what else we got in here. Okay, some people trying to get a crackhead deal. $14 an hour for a Shopify developer. Again, this is where you might go and hit one of these companies and tell them, hey, man, I'll help you out with whatever project you might need, but this is going to be on a contract based. But I'm not doing no $14. You know what I'm saying? People are crazy. This usually happens when it's like a really, really small company and then trying to get some help, but they can't afford to hire somebody full time and they think they're going to find somebody at this price range for Shopify development. Guess what? It's not going to happen, my guy. Okay? Nobody that's doing Shopify development is going to take a low pay like that. Okay? Now, somebody that's freelancing or doing contract work, yes, they'll take it. But they're not working for you full time. They'll work with you project based. Okay, let's continue from here. See what else? What else? Slow Monday. Slow Monday today. Let's see what else we got in here. Okay, e-commerce web developer, Davison. Okay, this was posted on Friday, so still, fairly new. Okay, Greensboro, North Carolina. Let's see what they're working with. E-commerce developer at Davison's Inc. Working closely with IT. Okay, help troubleshoot lamp stack. Okay, let's see right here. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, PHP, MySQL, AWS is a plus. Okay. Again, this is a position. This is level 2. I would consider this. It's not entry level. This is level 2. And this is what I tell you guys. Everyone wants to get $100,000 a year, but the truth is, the more money you get paid, the more complex it becomes. Okay, more skills that you require, more experience that you require. That's the thing. Okay, web content manager. This is not bad. Okay, 71,000 to 79,000 contract. Okay, not bad. This is a good start. Again, there's content management. Okay, reading through here, utilize Google Analytics for traffic. Okay, proficient with Adobe Creative Suite. There's like Photoshop, Figma, Canva, as long as you know about that. Understand how to work with WordPress. Okay, not bad. Okay, contract work. That means that you probably have a 6 months to a year of contract. That's fine. A lot of times people get scared with this idea of having a contract job. And the truth is, guys, that right now, no job is secure. It don't matter where you work at. You could work at, I don't know, you could work at the White House. Nothing is secure. Don't get scared to apply for contract jobs because you're thinking in your head, well, what if they finish the contract and I don't have a job? It doesn't matter. What you're here for is to get that experience to get your next job, which should be a bigger position. Also, too, never get tied down with this idea of like, hey, I got a full stack job or full-time job, full-time job, right? And that's what I'm looking for. Nothing is promised. Okay, always keep this in mind. Most of the work that I've done over the years have been contract work. And I could tell you that I made more money in the long term than somebody that worked full time. Okay, I was able to pick up more skills because I was able to jump into different type of companies in different sections of the full stack. I could do front end one day, I could do Shopify one day, I could do WordPress one day, I could do Ruby on Rails one day, I could do JavaScript, JavaScript games, for promotional services, etc. Right? I could do all of that, all contract work, and it's fine. All right. Don't get scared. I see a lot of people that get scared of contract work. Shout out to Renee Perez, who came in, got a job as an email developer, right? Did some contract job, right? That was his first opportunity. I believe the contract was supposed to be 3 to 6 months. They extended it. Now he's there for like a year or something. You know what I'm saying? So always keep that in mind. Do not be scared for going into positions that say contract. Because even if you was to go into a company and they tell you, hey man, this is a salary-based full-time job, guess what? That same company might lay you off 6 months later. The company might lay you off a year and a half later. So nothing is written in stone. Nobody owes you nothing, and you don't owe nothing to any company. Always keep that in mind. HTML, CSS coder jobs, okay? Opportunities like this pop up. Okay, CSS framework, SAS, jQuery, okay, steep learning, let's see, what we can offer you a steep learning curve and opportunity to develop your skills, okay, IBT Media, fast-growing global digital news organization. Okay, this is a content manager position, okay, IBT Media, never heard of them. Okay, create a new paradigm for media providers. Okay. I'm already seeing some Indian stuff. Might be a Indian platform. Okay, our partners, routers, Maybe this is like a third-party company. Okay, so that's cool, but always keep your eyes open. Could also be a scam. I'm sorry to say it. Anything connected to India, sometimes I'll be looking at it weird because there's so many scammers that come in and be like, hey man, we got a contract for you. We got this, and that. And it's like, can you give us your social security number? All right, hold on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, my good sir. Can you give me your social security number? Just be careful with that. Look into the companies. when you see something that's too good to be true, and I'm already seeing an Indian flag somewhere, I'm already I'm skeptical. And shout out to the Indians. I love you guys, but we have to be honest. There's a lot of guys that be scheming and scamming. Nobody wants to work. They rather put in a lot of people rather put in, full-time work scamming instead of working. So just keep your eyes open. When you see something that looks too good to be true, we got a $200,000 job for CSS. All we need is a social security number and a credit card. And at the end of the day, they tell you, my good sir, yeah. They're looking at you like food. So be careful. You might see something that just might seem too good to be true. So just be careful. Okay? Hilton, analyst, email mobile developer, email mobile marketing, okay? Hilton travel, 100 nights. Okay, you get 100 nights discounted, $40 a night. Okay, cool. Hilton, here we go. By the way, this is another service, ESP provider. If you are in the world of email development, you're going on this route, pay attention to this, Braze. Okay? Look into Braze. So this is one of those services that have been blowing up. The same way how their Salesforce, this is something new. I mean, not even that new, but recently a lot of jobs I've been seeing, they're asking for Braze experience or knowledge of Braze. Okay? So this is something that you want to put in, bookmark this. Go through their documentation, look at how they work. Again, it's an email service provider. They basically work with all different type of ways. You could do email, SMS. This is similar to Klaviyo, similar to Salesforce. Again, you want to keep an eye on this company because companies are going to ask you about Braze. I keep seeing this service popping up. There's 3 things that I keep seeing. Klaviyo, right? Salesforce, and Braze. These are the top 3 things that you're going to start bumping into in jobs. So what's my suggestion? Even for anybody that's studying with Coding Phase, we focus on ConvertKit. We focus on Klaviyo, right? Because it's easier for you guys to have access to those services. Services like this one and Salesforce, you're not going to get access to them unless you work for a company. So how do you learn about this? You got to go through the website. Learn more about searching through their services. Look at their documentation. So that way, when you show up to these interviews and they ask you about, hey, do you have any experience about Braze? You have some idea of what the service is. And you could say, well, I haven't used Braze or I haven't used Salesforce, but this is how I use Klaviyo to be able to set up my email automations. This is how I use Klaviyo to do segmentation. This is how I use Klaviyo to keep track of, how many emails we sent, how many conversions we have. And again, I can use Braze. I could use Salesforce. It don't take me no time. I've looked at their documentation and I can tell you that if I have access to it, I can definitely do the job. That's it. That's a simple answer, right? That you sound confident enough that you can do the job because you've done it in different platforms. All of these platforms do exactly the same thing, okay? So again, pay attention to that. Now let's go into the chat. Shout out to everybody that's in here. Make sure if you are here, give this a like. Show me some love in the comment section. And again, if you're still looking to get into the game, come to codingphase.com. You could get started with the 7-day free trial of the Diamond membership. Today is Monday. You can actually come into one of the meetings. Come see it in action, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, see how we actually help students, see how we actually look at portfolios, improve on them, see the work that some of the students have. Some of you guys might look at your portfolio and be like, damn, I need some help. My shit look a little janky. Come in so you could be impressed the level of portfolios that the students already have. There's a couple of people like Ashley, Shannon, who else? We got a couple of folks in there, Rainier, Luna, Luis Guerra. There's a couple of folks that they're ready to go. In this next month, they're going to be out of here, okay? Come see it in action. I could talk to you guys all day and tell you how good this is, but you have to experience it. You've never been to a platform like this. Everywhere you go is you sign up, you go to a course, good luck. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do to you. It's like you take a Udemy course and say, here's my $20. Here, good luck, right? We don't do that. We come in, we give you all the courses. We're constantly looking at the industry. We're looking for opportunities for you. And then we hold your hand through the whole process until you get results. No one can say that. No one works with people until they get results. They just go in and say, here's a $20 course and good luck. Yo, that should be crazy sometimes. People be like, yo, but I'm brand new. I've never done this before. Can somebody help me out? You pay $20. Good luck. They wash their hands off you quick. You know what I mean? You send the email. Man, I haven't gotten a response. It's been 2 weeks. You pay $20. Good luck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't demand too much. Right? This is why we go in and we have that middle ground. We're the middle ground between the bullshit courses, the free resources, and then you have the boot camps and people that don't give a fuck about you, right? Guess what? We're the middle ground, okay? We actually care about the students. We're not expecting to have 1 million students. We don't want 1 million students. You know what I'm saying? This is a platform that once it touches 6,000 students, I close it down. I don't want nobody else after that. Right now we have around 5,000, so we got like a space for another 1,000. Once we reach that number, I go in and I up the price. Why do I do that? So less people come in. And if you're gonna come in at that point, you're gonna have to pay a premium to get that space because everyone here gets the same attention and the same quality of support. But once it gets too hectic, we can't support 10,000, 20,000 people. We can't really do a good job. So I'd rather go in and say, I give it at a certain limit, okay? So again, that way we keep the quality the same for everybody, okay? But definitely come through. Again, links in the description. You could literally come in, go through the 30% off, okay? Watch this video if you want. Breaks down every single thing that we're going to be doing. Again, start your free trial. 7-day free trial. You could come in tonight. Come experience it. If you be like, yo, this shit is bullshit, you cancel the same day. You ain't spend $1. Now, if you stay for more than a week, guess what? You're gonna get charged. You know what I'm saying? At that point, you decided I want to stay with this platform. Okay. Again, you could also sign up for the 6-month subscription. Sign up for the yearly subscription. We are focusing on getting people results. Let's go into the chat, man. Shout out to Renee. Renee is in here, man. Paid actors, man. People be like, it's a paid actor. This Joe got him from Fiverr. This is not a real person. He ain't really got a job at Coding Face. He ain't really come to Coding Face. No, it's not, man. This is a real person. Shout out to my boy Renee from California, killing it. Okay, go check out his YouTube channel. Okay. Let me see. For anybody that's interested in following Renee in his journey, go check it out. I'm gonna show you guys right now. Renee Perez email. Let me see if it pops up real quick. Okay, Renee, you gotta change your username. I'll be honest with you because having Renee is gonna be too easy for you to get put, in the back burner of YouTube. You got to put in Renee. You got to think about this. SEO, my guy. Renee, email developer. You go in and you put that, you're going to start getting more subscribers, more views. But yes, go check out Renee. Okay? So again, go check him out. Again, he's killing it. He's still building it up. Little by little, give him that motivation that he needs. Can we get him to 1,000 followers? When you get a chance, go check him out. Renee Perez, right? I will suggest to go in because Renee Paris is too common too. So don't use that name. Use Renee email developer or Renee content manager, Renee codes, Renee developer. Use those keywords so people can find you because it's gonna be very hard to find you unless they search Renee Paris email, and most people's not gonna search that, right? So again, just I'm giving game. You know what I mean? I'm just, you know what I mean? This shit is like a casino. When I pop up on YouTube, this shit is like a casino. All you hear is gem. It's just clink, 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 clink. You just hit the jackpot. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you game. Good show, Joe. Decided to go into freelancing with PHP Laravel. What other skills should I learn going this route? Working in medical field, helping save lives. Tired of getting paid shit bags. Yo, my man said, yo, they just handing out shit bags in this medical field. Yo, shout out to my mans, yo. I'm just imagining like some dude. You know how little kids come in with like a brown paper bag, and they give you that brown paper bag. That's your lunch, right? October man shows up. He's like, yo, here's your bag, and it's a shit bag. You know what I mean? Yeah, I feel you, bro. If you want to get into like Laravel, I would suggest learning, of course, PHP Laravel. Also, to getting into either Vue or React. Right, learning inertia, JS. That's something that a lot of people is using. Pay attention to like what happens with Alpine. Like the ecosystem of Laravel is big. There's so many ways that you could do applications. You could do it with React, Alpine JS, Vue.js, right? Do some research. Take some time. Go in, look at all the Laravel jobs. Look at all the things that they're asking for, right? And you're gonna see it's a mixture of both. If you learn one of them, you can learn the other one, right? But yeah, I will say stick with React because when you learn React, it allows you to also apply as a front end developer for other positions later on. With Vue.js is good, but it's not that many jobs as a React jobs. Jada Cole says, damn, LOL, shout out to the Indians. Yeah, I love Indian developers. Shout out to you guys. But again, what I was saying with some of these jobs, some of you guys might not know this, but there's a bunch of random scammers online. And this has happened to even some of my own students that they send me an email. Yo, Joe, is this job legit? Because sometimes they go in and it's not much on Indeed. Sometimes it's on other platforms like Dice.com, ZipRecruiter, where they don't really vet too much the companies that are posting the jobs. And sometimes you might see HTML job, just like that. HTML job, right? That's the title. Nothing else. They don't tell you nothing else. It makes it seem like so good to be true. And then they'll be like, well, you know, we're going to send you an offer letter, right? They'll come in, hop on a call with you. Automatically it's a heavy, you know, Indian accent. It sounds like they are in a sweatshop somewhere in a call center, and then they'll go in and start talking to you about, have you ever done this? Have you ever done that? And then you explain yourself, you show your portfolio, you show your projects. Then from there, you know, they come back in, they send you an email, and then they say, well, you know, we're gonna need to do a background check. We need you to, you know, pay for the application. It's a $50 application. I've never heard of a job where you got to pay for your application. So those are red flags that you got to be careful. That's how I go in and I start vetting shit, right? It's not like personal. It's not like we got a vendetta with the Indians. No, it's like we got to be careful. It's like random dude with, there's two things, a Slavic accent or Indian accent. You got to be weary. That's just how it is. Here in the United States, we're literally a target, right? We're literally a target where a lot of times some of the scammers, they trying to scam us because, you know, we come in with good intentions, right? It's like when somebody calls you up and be like, hey man, we're calling you from Amazon. I mean, I just had this done the other day. Somebody called me up and told me that, hey, we're calling from Zillow. I'm like, Zillow? I don't got nothing listed on Zillow. Sir, you rented, you know, 2 apartments in this and that, in in Utah and another one in Chicago. I'm like, you got the wrong number. But I'm listening to them, right? I'm already weary because of the accent. I'm like, okay, all right, let's see what's going on. You get what I'm saying? But because at the end, it could happen. Somebody could take your personal information and rent some shit out there. So I'm like, all right, let's give them some time. But then from there, the girl goes in and actually wasn't an Indian accent. It was like a Slavic accent. And I'm like, they're calling me from Zillow. I'm not signed up to Zillow. I don't own no other properties that I'm renting out, or I'm not renting anything. But I gave them the time. And then the person's like, hey, could you confirm your last name? And I'm like, I told her, I was like, you know my last name. If you call me, you know my last name. Sir, we need to confirm that you know my last name. And I'm like, all right, this sounds like a scam. Next thing you know, the person goes, I'm like, I don't have no properties. I don't have nothing that I'm renting out. I don't believe in that I'm doing this and that. The girl goes in and says, listen, sir, we're going to transfer you to the FBI. Mind you, goes in, transfer me to some other dude that has a make-believe American accent. And he's like, hi, sir, this is John Smith from the FBI, and I'm calling you because this, and that to find out. I told him, listen, bro, y'all gotta get a life, man. Y'all gotta get your life. Now I'm talking to him like I'm preaching him to go to Jesus. I'm like, yo, y'all gotta get your life together, bro. Like, y'all scamming people. Y'all doing all this extra work. You could actually get a job. For the amount of energy that you guys are putting into this, you could actually get a job and do even better. And maybe not even get locked up. Sir, this is John Smith from the FBI. Buddy, I understand you guys are going through a hard time right now. I don't know where you at, if you're in Ukraine or where you are in a bunker right now somewhere in the world, but y'all gotta start doing something positive. This bad energy, bad juju that you're putting out there to the universe, it's not good for you, man. It's not good for your health. And then I'm like talking him down, like, yo, y'all shouldn't be scamming, man. You know what I mean? At that point, the dude just hanged up. He just got tired. He's like, all right. Because he just kept saying, sir, this is John Smith from the FBI. Why the fuck would the FBI be calling me from Zillow? Why would Zillow have the direct number to transfer me to the FBI in less than 1 minute and connect me to some random John Smith? If you gonna scam, learn how to scam. You get what I'm saying? Nigerian dudes is like, yeah, man, they rookies, bro. Like, Nigerian scammer right now is like, yeah, Joe, you're right. They're rookies. We don't do that. We just tell you talking to a princess. You know what I mean? This is like, yo, hey man, you're talking to a princess. Hi, I'm a princess from the African county and this and that. Can you send me $1 million so I could transfer to you $10 million? If you do that, I could help you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, the scammers, they got shit that you be like, it's stuff that anyone that would take 2 seconds to think about it, you'd be like, yo, but this sounds crazy, this story. This storyline y'all came up with, you don't even see, not even in novelas, in soap operas. You know what I mean? But anyways, we getting out of that topic. I'm just saying, just be careful with the scammers when you're applying to jobs. If the job looks too crazy, hey man, come in and do jQuery for $400,000. Just be careful. Once they ask you for a social security number, no one asks for a social security number when you're about to get hired. You get that done when you're dealing with HR, when everything's already laid out. Then you go in and you got to fill out your what is it, W4 forms, right? You're not even doing none of that shit in the interview process. No one needs to know your phone number, your social security number. No one needs to know more information than your email and your phone number. That's it. So just keep your eyes open with the scammers. Let me see. I had a company to let me see. I had a company to actually call me. That they actually call me. There's also so-called consulting companies who actually does this. Yeah, just be careful out there. Okay, let me see. Jay Palacios, what's up, bro? Take care of the hurricane. Yes. By the way, it's a hurricane coming this way. So if something happens, I don't have electricity, and throughout this week, I'll do it through my phone, the live streams. Okay. Let me see. Daniel Silva says, "This is my first time watching one of your live streams, and you have me intrigued. Now I'm fully intrigued. You are dropping golden nuggets. I've been trying to get into the tech industry for a while. Hey, welcome to the community, bro. This is what we do. Okay. Again, we're not trying to sell no dreams. We're just here to provide a service for those of you guys that need it. Again, come in, check out the link in the description, get started. You could come to one of the meetings tonight and see how it goes. Daniel Silva says, I'm going to sign up. Hey, welcome to the community, bro. We'll see you there. It's 7 p.m. Eastern time. So just remember that. So it's like new search. If you're like somewhere else outside of the U.S. or somewhere in maybe the West Coast, just look up that it's 7 p.m. Eastern time, New York time. Okay. Let me see. Reading through here. The FBI. Yeah, bro. Once that dude say, "Hey, I'm John Smith from the FBI," I said, "All right, John Smith, let me talk you out of this shit, bro. You need to find Jesus. You need to let this shit go. You're putting too much bad energy out there in the world. You sound like a good guy, man. You don't need to be doing this." I started breaking it down for him. I'm like, yo, shit is crazy. Wally124 said just got fired from work yesterday. Hey man, you gotta be careful out there. That's why you gotta always keep your options open. Okay? It happens, bro. That's normal. Don't stress it. Now it's about, maintaining yourself and going in and getting your next job. If you already have experience, you're not gonna have a problem finding your next position. Okay? Reading through here. Uh yes, I'm right on the hurricane. Supposedly the hurricane is coming exactly my way. So let's see what happens. I took out as many trees as possible out of my close to my house, but let's pray to God that everything goes good. If not, I don't know what to say. At this point, if another tree comes down and messes up my house, you're gonna see me out here. Yo, guys, I'm doing a GoFundMe. Like I'm tired of fixing this fucking house. You know what I mean? Like I'm selling this house for crackhead prices. Anybody want to buy this house for $50? I'm not fixing shit after this. God forbid. So again, I don't want to joke around because the last time the hurricane was coming, I was cracking mad jokes. I was telling my mom, my wife, I was like, "Yo, you ready?" I was like, "Yo, you ready to go swimming?" I'm like cracking jokes just to lighten up the mood because my wife is stressing out and this, and that. I'm just trying to lighten up the mood. But then some shit really happened, fucking destroyed my house, and then you know what I mean? I ended up fucking crying. I was like, damn, did I fucking ask for this shit for cracking jokes? And I was like, nah, shit like this happens all the time, man. At least we got a roof over our head. We still good, right? And it's like I always say, at least I had it to be able to take care of my house and do everything that I have to do. There's people that they lost everything. I mean, look at the stuff that's happened in I think North Carolina, West Virginia, right? There's people that lost everything, and they don't have no way to get back. I'm in a privileged position where even though I complain, I got it. So it's like if God put me in this position where shit like this happens to me and I still could survive it, it is what it is. I feel even worse for the people that can't survive it and they just wiped out and lose everything. So, you know, let's see what happens, man. 7 p.m. Eastern time. So when it's 7 p.m. Eastern time here in California, let me see. PM Eastern time to Cali. Okay, it's 4 p.m. Starts at 4 p.m. In California. Okay, now we do be there from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So even if you can't make it to at 7 p.m., which might be 4 p.m. for you, try to make it after 5 o'clock, right? For you guys in California, which is like, you can make it like at 5:30, 5:40, right? Like you have that extra 20, 30 minutes. And if people come in and they got questions, I stay there an extra hour. I don't mind. You know what I mean? I can't do it every single week, but I'll do 2 hours, 3 hours when it makes sense. Okay, so yeah, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. California time. Yes. Okay, Jojo. Yeah, man, Jojo, I appreciate it, bro. Don't worry. We're gonna be good. I know God got us, and and we're gonna be good. Okay, let's get back to business. Let's start looking for job opportunities. Again, anybody looking to get started, come in, sign up to the Diamond membership. Okay, you could get started with 7 day free trial, or if you want to go in, get the deal, which is crazy right now. Diamond yearly, 347 for the year. For 6 months, 262, $70 for on a monthly basis. Okay, the longer you sign up with us, the more you save. Okay, it's just how every business works. Okay, and the reason why we do that is because if somebody comes in and says, "I just want to get one course from them," guess what? You're gonna have to pay at least $70 because that costs money, right? But if somebody comes in and say, "Hey, I want to work with you guys, and I want you guys to help me out in the next 6 months to a year to get my first job, get my second job," guess what? I come in and I give it to you, as cheap as possible that I can. Okay, so take advantage. Okay, let me go in here. Uh, yeah, no, I don't think it's category 5. This is category 4. I've been through it. Just the other day, Helene passed through here. It was category 4. You know what I mean? There was a couple of wings and stuff like that. But if now you're gonna see me here live, like, "Hey guys, we outside. Look at the wind, guys. We're here." Nah, I need to stop joking around because this is serious. Every time I joke around, something bad happens. But whatever happens, you're gonna see me live. "Hey guys, we here. We're live." Shit. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Throw some prayers for me. You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. I'm just keeping my energy up. I'm keeping my mood up. Of whatever happens, happens. Whatever don't happen, don't happen. Okay? But yeah, let's get back to business, right? What we here for? We here to listen to my shit, right? You got enough problems in your own life to be worrying about me. Like, Joe, I don't want to hear your shit. I got my own shit going on. So I get it. So let's continue with this, right? Look at this. Entry level technical content professional. Let's see what's going on with this. IBM, this is a good name for, getting in. Okay, let's say prefer technical professional experience. Okay, ability to. Okay, this is more like developer advocate in a sense. This is like technical content writer, so that's a little bit different. Let me see in here, e-commerce specialist. Okay, Raleigh, North Carolina, website developer. Let's see what's going on with this. Okay, we're about to get out of Indeed. We're gonna check out some other platform. This is the ones that I like. Web content producer. Okay, web content producer, $39 to $42 an hour. That's not bad. Okay. Again, for those of you guys that don't know, web content producer basically is content manager, content editor, web producer, right? So again, it's just managing a website for a company. So again, it's one of the easiest jobs that you could get. Mahima Bota, I never heard of this company, but let's see, Mahima Bota. Let me see, Mahima Bota. One of direct looking for Oracle e-business suite. What the hell is Mahima Bauta? What is this? I don't even know what the hell is this. Yeah. This might be one of those. I'm sorry, but this might be one of those that you be like, wait, what? What the hell is Mahima Bauta in Sri Lanka? I don't know. Yeah. It could also be, right? We're not gonna judge it just by the name, but there could also be personal recruiter. Sometimes this does happen. Personal recruiter goes in, has connections with different companies, and then they don't have their own LLC, so what they're using is their own names. This I have seen this happen on Indeed. So it don't cost you nothing to go in. It don't cost you nothing to go in to apply and see what they got. Okay. Now, if they're asking for out of nowhere, like, hey man, we need you to come in and have, I don't know, some random some random thing is like, hey, can you pay for your background check? It's like, yeah, no, sorry, Mahima. Yeah, it could be it could be like a third party recruiter. Let me see. Reading through here. Boom, boom, boom. I'm just going through the chat real quick. All right, let's get back into to business. Okay, open publishing editor. Okay, Iowa State. Again, this is another content manager position. This is what I keep telling you guys. This is why it's so important to search for HTML, because this is a content manager position, right? Content editor, right? Managing a website. But look the title, Open Publishing Editor. Okay. If you go in and you look into this in the title, you say, this has nothing to do with web development. Well, it does. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Let me go in and open up another tab. Okay. Let's go in and let's go into HTML. Let's see what's going on out there in HTML land on dice.com. Okay, dice.com, you're going to find a lot of more technical jobs. So, front end engineer, junior to mid, senior software engineer, full stack. Let's see. Capital One. Shout out to Capital One, man. Capital One always hiring. Bank of America. Okay, let me search for. Okay, email developer, Robert Half. Shout out to Robert Half, man. They always finding some opportunities. This is done through ZipRecruiter. So ZipRecruiter is actually posting all of these jobs on Dice. So let's see. Email developer publishes worldwide. Updated 16 hours ago. Okay, ESP, Salesforce, Marketing Hub. Email developer automation specialist. Again, email developer position. Okay. Again, email developer position, homes.com. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities. See, this is why I tell you guys, like, people be like, man, there's no jobs in the tech industry. It's like, bro, the tech industry, what people think the tech industry is just like one area, one single like location of like San Francisco, right? San Francisco, New York City, Austin, right? But it's bigger than that. There's a lot of different companies that's hiring outside of those places. You just got to go look and find the right position and knowing what type of position you could get. Because if you're a beginner and you never worked before, and you're like, man, I think I could go in and be a full stack developer at Google, yeah, like that's not realistic. That's why if you have your expectations is so high, you thinking that you're gonna get this thing that's gonna be, you know, this top company. It's like, bro, like that don't happen for everybody. You know, one thing that I do recommend for people to check out, like even like on TikTok, you're gonna find the reality of things because here on YouTube, you'll see more of influencers in a sense. TikTok, what I like about it is that anybody goes in, uploads a video, and just it's easy to share their story. And you'll notice that most of the people that's getting like those big company positions, big tech startups and things like that, and in the tech hubs, they're usually coming in with like 4.0 GPA, coming from Ivy League school, this, and that. Like they've been coding for years already. And those are the ones that's getting those opportunities, right? And then you have people who you recently got laid off who had like really good jobs and they can't find a job because they're expecting to get paid the same way how they used to get paid, right? Like you'll see this online where people come in, like let's say, for example, and it's normal that this stuff happens, right? Let's say you're a senior developer, right? You've been doing this for, I'll give you a quick rundown on how this individual got to this point. This guy came in, started with WordPress, PHP back in 2012, right? From there, he started at 50, $60,000. He did that for a couple of years. Went into the world of PHP, full stack applications, maybe Laravel. He did that for like 2 more years. Now he earning like $80,000, $90,000. The guy goes in, does that for a couple of more years. Now it's like 2020. He's interested in Node.js, Node.js, Python, etc. Because of the history that he has, 4 or 5 years of experience, he's able to transition as a Node.js developer, as a Python developer. Goes in, prepares himself for the interviews, does a bunch of leak codes, goes in and gets hired at Coinbase, for example. In the middle of the pandemic, Coinbase is hiring like crazy. And Coinbase is giving out money like crazy because crypto is up, investors is up, everybody putting money into the ecosystem. Now, this individual is already an adult. He's not a little kid, right? The little kids, they live in condos and shit like that, and they don't care. You know what I mean? Like papi mommy kids. But this guy already has years of experience, already has been in the game for a while, right? And then his lifestyle has gone up with the increase of money that he's making, right? Because that happens. It's what we call, the little creeper, right? And now he's working at Coinbase. Coinbase comes in and says, hey, we're paying you $180,000 and you have a bonus and you have some stock options and this, and that. Total compensation, 250. Total compensation, 300,000. Now, this individual is expecting that this is what he's gonna make from here on. So now he got a bigger house, right? He got approved for a bigger home. Probably his wife doesn't work. Probably, he pays all the bills in the house. He takes care of everything, right? But at a minimum, for him to survive and just to maintain everything, he needs like 160, 180. Right? Because it's a creeper. This shit happens to all of us. It happened to me, it happened to a bunch of people. Right? That's why I totally like cut down on a lot of bullshit that I had over the years. Right? But because it does creep on you, right? the more money you get, people think like when you broke, you're like, damn, if I make 100,000. The truth is that you make 100,000, you're still working. Because most likely what you're gonna do is you're gonna get a better place, a better car, a better, you're gonna eat out, etc. All your expenses go up. Same thing happens for a guy that's making 180, 200,000, etc. Right? Same shit happens to them. But now, this is where, this is part of the industry. This is where shit goes wrong. Your boy Newport Biden and and your homegirl, right? They fucked up the economy. The economy is all the way up. Do all the bad decisions and focusing on the wrong things instead of focusing on taking care of what's happening here in America and making sure that businesses and business owners make money. Because believe it or not, if business owners don't make money, the workers don't make money. No one goes in and takes bread out of their mouth to give it to somebody else. What they do is, if they have enough bread, they leave you some crumbs. That's the truth. Same thing for, the people that own this big tech companies and the big businesses. They're not going to go in and say, damn, I'm making, $50 million as a CEO, to keep 100 employees, I'll take $20 million this year. They're not going to do that shit. What they do is they keep getting paid the same amount, and what they do is they fire everybody that's below them. That's just how it is. When you're on top, you get to give other people opportunities. We're at the bottom. So if the economy is not up how it used to be, and business is not making money, the CEO's not making money, what they do is they start laying off people that's not essential. So guess what? This individual comes in, has a, $180,000 just to maintain, right? Now they pull the rug under him. He was there for a year and a half. He already got himself into so much shit that he can't get out of, right? They pull the rug under him. And then now for him to find a job to maintain everything, he needs to have the same type of level of salary. So guess what? A lot of people want to get those type of jobs with that type of salary, right? You got the junior developers, the guys that are, the bright prodigies that's coming up in this world, right? That's fresh out of college, right? Those guys want to get those opportunities. You got the guys that are senior level developers that were making, let's say 90, 100,000, and now they want to go up to the 160, 180. They want those positions. You got people that work in those companies that were making maybe 120, and then now they're going up. Let's say they're level 2 lead or whatever. You know how they call this shit, L3, L4, L8, whatever. There's a dude that's L1 trying to get to L3. So now that dude that they pulled the rug under him, he's trying to find a job to maintain his lifestyle and maintain his family. But he can't find it, right? He can't find it. That shit is happening everywhere. This is why you see a lot of guys be like, man, the industry's so saturated, I can't find a job. The jobs are there, but the jobs for the guys that's making a lot of money, that have a expensive lifestyle, they can't find those good jobs no more because there's too much competition trying to get those good jobs. Now for us, right, that we are just starting, right? Let's just say, again, I've been doing this shit for 13 years, but I put myself in your shoes, right? Somebody just starting goes in and says, well, shit, I'll take a $80,000, $90,000 job because your lifestyle's not up there. But the guy that his lifestyle's up there, he can't even take that job. Because even if he worked that job 24/7, right, he won't be able, he's still going to lose everything. And that's where we at right now, right? This is why you see people, man, it's so hard to find a job. It's hard for you to find a job because you're going for the wrong jobs. It's your fault that you put yourself in that situation, that, you know what I mean, that you have to spend so much money. You got to lower your cost of living. People want to be in downtown San Francisco, downtown New York City, downtown Miami. Guess what? You're going to have to pay a premium. Nothing is promised tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? Nothing is promised to tell you, hey, you're going to keep this salary at the same wait. It's a job. This is why it's so important to build your own businesses and diversify your income. There's people that go in and spend so much money on going out, Uber, and this, and that. They don't even have a house. You know what I mean? Like for me, for example, God forbid everything goes down for me and I was like really down bad. I got my house. I got a place I could lay. If I gotta go in and be like, yo, I gotta survive with $50,000, I could do that. Cause I own my shit. Right? I own my shit. Now, there's people that they live in this la la land like they can't lose everything. And when they pull that rug, they're not ready to survive it. This is something that you gotta go in and keep that shit in their mind. Right? Like nothing is promised tomorrow. When you don't own the business, they're giving you what's available for that time. But what you care about is like keep your cost of living very, very low. And try to always move to areas where if you lose a job, you could pay it off with a fucking job at Target. That's my my standard. Right? One thing that I learned throughout this whole pandemic and through all this stuff, seeing people go up, people come down, then people don't have enough to come back up because they lost everything, is that when you have money and you have some capital, you need to diversify. You need to invest it into other things. Don't expect a job to always maintain you at the same level. They could pull the rug, and then if you can't find a job like that, you're going to lose everything. So what you want to do is you want to live a lifestyle as if you lived at as if you worked at Target, right? Where you say, well, how much can I pay for rent? Oh, $2,000? Cool, I could pay that. How much does it take for me to feed me and my family? 1,000, 1,200? Cool, I could pay that, right? How much is my car payments and all of my stuff? Is another 1,000 with insurance? I could pay that. That's $4,000. That means that you could pay it with a single job, or you could pay it with you and your wife. And if you maintain yourself at that level of expenses, you're gonna be fine no matter what. Either goes up or goes down. And then when you have that money coming in, that you're making a lot of money, you're going to be able to invest it into properties in the stock market, etc., because you're going to have an excess of cash and you can invest it. The problem is that we want to go in, we want to get the fucking big body bands. We want to go in and jump into freaking Lamborghini. We want to go in and move downtown. We don't want to drive to work, right? So now we're living right there a block away from the job. It's expensive. Right? So just keep that in mind, especially for all of you guys that are just getting into the industry. That's one thing that I would like to teach you guys. It's through life and through everything that you do, even in development, there's going to be ups and downs. It's just like a casino. Life is like a casino. If you go in, when you come in and you have a couple of good hands, you could win a lot of money. But if you don't have enough money to maintain you when the shoot is bad, or you having 5, 6 numbers that are bad, that is not for you to win, you're going to get wiped out and lose everything. And this is what people don't prepare themselves for. You know what I'm saying? I myself, this is why I work so hard. I do everything that I have to do. I don't even splurge like I supposed to splurge, because I know that feeling of like, if they pull the rug under you, and you don't have a pillow to fall back on, you lose everything. That's the facts. Unless you're a papi mommy kid. But the truth is, most of us that's here on this channel, we're not papi and mommy kids. We're what I call pobre diablos. Like, we're just surviving in this world. We made it this far and we shocked. There's days I look in the mirror and I'm like, damn, I made it this far. I'm shocked. You know what I'm saying? So always keep that in mind. Okay? Rodrigo de Lacio says, I'm in the UK. I'm 40-year-old. Career changer for me. It has been honestly hard. I've started this journey in 2022, but I've got kids, rent. I did a boot camp here, but I'm still in uni to increase my chances now. Yeah, bro. I feel you. You know, Rodrigo, you got to try something else. There's other things. This is why I tell a guy like in your situation, like you've tried everything out there. All I could tell you is come to Coding Phase and let's see what we can do for you, right? You're not spending boot camp money. You're not fucking spending thousands of dollars, right? We could probably help you out in the long term. You already have a lot of skills. Now we just gotta transition into other things that will get you a job. Because the problem is a lot of times you go to these boot camps and they tell you, hey, the only way is a full stack developer. And guess what? Now you go out there to the market, and then when you're trying to get a job, they don't hire you because you got no experience or your portfolio is not good enough. And then now you're like in the air. I'm like, damn, but I did this. Now, should I go back to school, get a bachelor's? Maybe that'll help me out. And then when you go get a bachelor's, you'll realize most likely that shit is not going to help out either. I'm just being honest, right? You just have to transition. You have to, somebody like yourself that have responsibilities, you can't afford to fail. Once you have kids, you have rent, you have a family, you have to do calculated moves, right? A lot of those people will tell you if with a full stack skill, you're going to get a job. A lot of people don't get a job. They be here for a year, 2 years. You've been trying since 2022. You got to transition. What would I say to transition to? You probably already know front-end development. You probably already have knowledge of back-end. I would say transition to PHP Laravel, WordPress, Shopify theme development, right? What else? Maybe .NET. Those 4 things. If you want to get a job, you want to get in, you want to get a job, you want to start making money, take care of your family. That's what I will say. Because you can't afford to take a risk right now. You got too much to lose and you already invested enough. And the results haven't came your way. So now you got to go in and say, okay, cool. I got to take this other route, which is an alternative route. I wish everything would have, worked out for me perfectly. But guess what? I got to try other ways. And that's the thing that I will say for you. Again, good luck. I hope that, you have a better experience in the next, 6 months, a year. But try other things, right? Again, Coding Phase is one solution, one opportunity, one different route. Again, I focus on getting people into job positions. We focus on learning what's happening in the market. Not what's popular, not what gets views, not what's like trending. No, we focus on what's going to get people jobs. People like yourself that is like, you're against the wall and you're like, man, I've been doing this shit since 2022. I want to get a job now. Guess what? That's it. You don't got no other option. You come to Coding Phase. We come in, we help you out, go through this process, do an alternative way. 6 months later, you have a great portfolio. You have experience under your belt. Go back into that realm of full stack development. Right? By that point, you have experience. Because right now, trying to get a job without no experience is very hard for those type of positions. Let me see. Reading through here. I hate ads. It says, I'm trying to make money with code while in school. I've been applying to jobs and I have no luck. What can I do for freelancing? I know some React, currently learning the basics of the back end. What I will say is look into Shopify. Look into Fiverr and Upwork. See some of the things that people are actually doing and getting like queues. Like let's say Shopify. Okay, like for example, search Shopify, right? So look at this. High converting Shopify store. Look at this guy. This guy has 28 orders in queue. Right? This isn't like this guy just started, right? Now, of course, he's a top rater on Fiverr, but that tells you there's a demand for this. You don't have to have 28 orders in queue. Queue means that there's 28 orders waiting for this guy to come in and start doing their orders. So, for example, basic store, right? This is what he's charging. $325, right? Converting store setup with 10 winning products, boom, right? With powerful description, logos, right? That's $325. $595 and then $795. Right? This is what he's charging for this. Let's say right now he's getting out of those 38, well, 28, he has around, let's bring out the calculator, right? His average, right? His average between basic, standard, and premium, right? Let's say his average is around $450 per order, right? That's the average of orders that he has. Okay? $450 times 28. Just on hold, he has 12,000. Wait, hold on. That don't sound right. $450 times 28. Yeah, so that's $12,000 that he has there on hold. Now, again, he already has around 2,042 reviews. That means he's gotten, look, price 400 to 60, right? So they tell you the reviews. Look at this one. Somebody pay 1,000 to 1,500, 1,000 to 1,500. Again, 1,000 to 1,500, 200 to 400, 400 to 600. So people are also coming back and continuing to work with him. So yes, this is one of those skills that you can actually freelance. Okay. Now, also too, you have this delivery time. Are people paying for the 5 days, 3 days, right? This one, right? You get to upsell on your services depending on what it is, right? Now, this guy's been doing this since 2019. Okay? Since 2019, he's been building this up. Now, if we go into his profile, okay, here are all the gigs that he has. Okay, I will design a responsive WordPress site. I will create a premium one product Shopify store. I will build a drop shipping Shopify store for you, right? Again, so there's a demand for this. People want to sell products online. People want to have an online store selling their products. TikTok Shop is big. TikTok Shop affiliates is big. And all of this is powered by Shopify. There's people making a lot of money. And guess what? They're looking for people to come and do that work for them. And what's really cool is that once you learn how to do this for somebody else, because technically you're doing the technical spots, right? And the things for them, like building a store, putting their products, adding the right applications for it, right? And just setting it up for them. But guess what? You got a little eye and you could look at their products. You could look at the shit that they do. And then now as you're building your own income, now you could go in and start selling your own products. It could be a digital product. It could be a product, physical product. You know what I'm saying? This is why I love e-commerce, because not only can you make money by building something for somebody, but you actually learn their skills to sell your own shit. So if I was going to do freelancing, this is what I'm sticking to. I'm not doing nothing else other than Shopify. Okay? Okay, so let me see. Reading through here. Rodrigo says, good shout out things. I feel exactly like that. I can't feel, and by not getting a job in this area I invested in, I feel like I'm failing every day. Can't fail. Yeah, I feel you, bro. You can't fail right now. You already put in too much time, and you just got to transition into other things. Because you can't continue. A lot of times people tell you, yo, just stay consistent and just stay on this lane. Sometimes you got to pivot. If you've been doing something and you're not getting the results you want, don't stay there forever. Continue doing it on your off time, but pivot to something else, right? If you're doing 100%, like let's say right now, I'm 100% invested into becoming a full stack developer, but I can't find a job as a full stack developer. No one's hiring me. No one looking at my portfolio. Guess what I'm doing? I'm going in and I'm saying, well, you know what? I'm not going to do full stack development 100%. I'm going to do it 10%, 20%, because I don't want you to stop trying to apply for those jobs and opportunities, but you want to go in and pivot to something else, right? You want to go in and say, okay, 70, 80% of my time, I'm trying to get into a different type of job. And I still applied 10%, 20% to trying to become a full stack developer, but I already did this shit for too long. So I'm going to continue doing it, but at a small scale compared to how I used to do it. So that way, if an opportunity does come, I'm still there to catch it. But guess what? I need results now. So I'm going this way. You know, that's just how it is. John the Geek says, yeah, I'm 36 and I have really no responsibility, just a few bills. I'm going to take your Shopify class. I want to develop templates to sell. Hurricane Elite told me that things can change. Yeah, definitely. Definitely, bro. Bro says, bro, this is why I hate ads. Just why as you started speaking, I got an ad. My fault, bro. YouTube got to make some money. You know what I mean? YouTube needs some bread too. Again, guys, for anybody that's here, that's watching this, that's looking at this live stream, guys, come to codingphase.com, guys. No cap. This is why I get paid for. I get paid for actually helping people and getting them into the game. Okay. If you're tired of trying every single thing that's out there, come try this. I'm telling you guys right now, you're not going to be disappointed. As long as you do the work, you're already a hard worker. I always tell people this. If you're a hard worker, you're going to thrive in Coding Phase because we're not selling you some bullshit. We're not sugarcoating things. We're just here trying to provide you with the service and the support that you need to get to the results. If you're willing to do the work, you're going to get the results. If you're willing to wait until someone comes in and gives you an opportunity, don't even come to Coding Phase because this is not a platform for that. This is for people that want to come in, do the work. Let's work on your portfolio. Let's work on your projects. Let's help you get your first job. And then from there, prepare you for your second and third job. It's a long-term commitment, right? Now, again, you come into Coding Phase and sign up just on a monthly subscription, right? And you could cancel, and that's it. If you got a job tomorrow, cancel, right? Now, again, you're missing out on the full point is it's not about just getting the first job. It's going in and preparing for the second and building for the third, right? If we already got you your first job, trust me, your second job is going to be even better, right? And then your third job is going to be even better. And on top of that, by that point, we don't want you to get another job. We want you to build your own business. Same way how I do my own business, same way how I run everything here, right? I got my digital agency. I got my platform, codingphase.com, right? I'm still building other side incomes, right? I want you to do the same thing. I don't want you to be a worker for the rest of your life, but you got to start somewhere. A lot of the skills, you need to actually learn them, right? And then put them to practice on somebody else's dime. You go to work for somebody else, right? You get paid a consistent salary, right? And over time, you start planting seeds. You start doing a little freelancing. You start doing some software as a service. You start doing some niche websites. A year later, 2 years later, those little things that were bringing in $100, $200, now they're bringing $5,000, $10,000 a month. At that point, you can go in and say, do I want to continue working for somebody else, or do I take control of my destiny and continue doing my business? Because I was doing this part-time. Imagine what I could really make when I do it full-time. Again, this is something that I put out here, just to give you guys a quick little roadmap of how this works, right? Start learning web development. Even if you're a beginner, if you already started, guess what? There's a lot of stuff that you could skip, which is great. Okay, it helps you that instead of you taking, a month to learn a couple of things, you could get to a point where you're applying to jobs within 2 to 3 weeks. Now, if you're a beginner and this is your first time, this is your journey, right? And again, for anybody that already started, imagine you're cutting down on 2 3 months of work because you already started your journey. But this is where people start, right? You're interested in this field. You're interested in becoming a developer. Okay. This is what we focus on. Start learning web development. We don't do mobile apps. We don't do game development. We don't do embedded applications. We don't do AI. We don't do none of that shit. We focus on web development. We do use AI tools to do web development, but we're not doing AI, machine learning, this and that. No, we're sticking to one thing: web development. Okay. Guess what? In that 0 to 2 months, you can learn content management and email development. At that point, you can start applying for both of those type of job: content management, email development, right? On your 3rd month, you start learning about Shopify. You learn more about the front end. You learn things like Liquid. You learn things like jQuery. Learn how to use vanilla JavaScript to basically work with a lot of these themes, work with JSON, right, etc. Right, everything that you need to know as far as like the Shopify API. This is what you're gonna be learning on that 3rd month, 3rd to 4th month, right? By that point, you already hired. That's the goal. If you do everything right, you should be hired by that point. And at that point, you're basically getting paid to learn the next skills, which is front-end developer, back-end developer. And at that point, you could go in and start learning more about leak code and algorithms. So you can go in and not only get paid, building experience, but now you can go in and say, okay, cool. I could breathe. I already got my first job. And now I can go in and focus on learning the more complex skills. If you're already a front-end developer, back-end developer, full stack, and you've been trying everything out there, guess what? What this is going to allow you to do by the time you get here is to focus on the interview questions. But guess what? You got a job. You could breathe, right? You could breathe. You could relax. Now you could take it a little bit more easier, okay? This is your first year, guys. This is your whole first year. You're already in. You already got a job. Now you're preparing for your next positions, okay? After that, you go into your higher, what we consider junior developer positions. I don't know if you noticed, the quote-unquote junior developer positions, they're all asking for experience. It used to be a point where, as a junior developer, you basically didn't have to know much to get hired. Now it's different. A junior developer needs to come in with some type of experience or some type of validation that shows that this is a student that is worth us investing our money in. You get what I'm saying? So this is where you're going to get that junior developer role. And also, too, a lot of people get this wrong. You're still a junior developer when you have 1 year of experience. You don't become to like a mid-level developer till like your 3rd and 4th year. People get this wrong. They think like, well, a junior developer is somebody who got their first job. No, a junior developer is somebody who has only worked on certain type of projects and don't have as much responsibility on the team. Companies don't give you all the responsibility on your first year. They give it to you on your 2nd, your 3rd, right? By that point, now you're going into the mid-range lane. You get what I'm saying? At that point, that's that 12 to 24 months that you've been working at a company, either as a front-end developer, back-end developer, right? Full stack. And at that point, you already have enough skills where you can now decide, guess what? What do I do? Do I want to continue going up the ladder in corporate? Like now I try to go to Google, try to go to Meta, right? At that point, this is when you want to go to that because you're going to get those jobs, right? It's almost guaranteed that you can get it at that point. You have the experience. You can pass the interviews. You have the projects to show, right? You can explain all of the projects that you worked on. At that point, those companies will look at you and give you that validation that you need. Now you could go into Google and Meta and all of that. You're not going back to college, right? People tell you, you don't need a degree to get to these companies. Yes, you don't. But if you're not coming from an Ivy League school, you have a different journey. You don't have to go to college or go to a university, get a degree to go to work at Facebook or go work at Google or Netflix or Apple. You don't need a degree for that. But you do need to have a track record that you basically have helped companies succeed, or you're coming from an Ivy League school. Now, if you're a grown-ass man, right? Shout out to Rodrigo who shared a little bit about his lifestyle, right? You're a grown-ass man. You got kids. There is no internship for the 40-year-old. When was the last time you seen a 40-year-old intern at Google? Or, hey man, I'm 40 something years old. I just got my internship at Microsoft. No one. I haven't seen that shit. I've been doing this shit for 13 years. I've never seen a 38-year-old intern, a 45-year-old intern, a 50-year-old intern. I've never seen that. That ship sailed. That ship sailed after you was already 25, 26. That ship sailed. So now you have to go in and plan your career in this industry in a different route. You say, well, let me get my first job. Let me get my second job. Let me prepare for the type of interviews to get me to bigger companies. Now I'm 2 years in, 3 years in. Now I'm able to make it there. I didn't go to college, but I basically did the school of hard knocks, which is I'm working through this shit. Now, you can go in and take the for sure way to get in, or you could go in and, leave it to the destiny, right? Leave it to the destiny. Ask yourself this. Are you a lucky individual? And sometimes people say, well, luck doesn't exist. Luck exists, right? And luck just means that you're at the right place at the right time in certain situations. I'm not that type of dude. I've never been that guy. I've never gotten an opportunity that somebody comes in and tells me, damn, he got it because he was lucky. No, I had to fucking work for it. Everything that I've done in my life. You're most likely like that too. And you know it. When was the last time you got a promotion just because? When was the last time that you went outside, you found $100 just because? When was the last time someone came in and say, hey man, your great grandmother just passed away. We just left you 20 acres. When was the last time you got any of that shit? You don't. You're what I call a pobre diablo, a survivor. So when you go in and you face the facts and you say, hey, I'm a survivor in this world. I don't got nobody to help me out. I have to work towards everything that I have to build. I don't have a foundation under me. I am the foundation. And if I don't lay this foundation, no one's going to do it for me. Once you realize that shit, you can now go in and actually plan the right way, how to get in, how you can actually succeed in this business. But till the day you continue doing the same mistakes and living the lifestyle of someone else who doesn't share your lifestyle, and you're thinking you're going to get their results, you're not. Like, for example, right now we could go in and we could search day in the life of a software engineer. Okay? Day in the life of a software engineer. One thing that I could tell you, every single person that you see here, they're papi and mommy kids. Every single one of them. There's not one person. Where's the day in the life, right, of a software engineer, of a dude that say, day of a life of a software engineer, right, getting my first job, and I have 2 kids. Day in the life of a software engineer of a 40-year-old transitioning into development. Day of the life of a software engineer getting my first job at 38, at 35. You're not going to find it. You get what I'm saying? You're not going to find it. And that's fine because that's their journey, right? That's their journey. Now, you have to go in and say, what's my journey? We could go over here and cry it out and say, damn, man, I wish when I was 14, somebody told me about this. I wish that when I went to high school, I went to a good high school that prepared me for AP classes and set me up for success so I could go to a good university. I wish I grew up in this age of, TikTok and Instagram where people are talking about all these good jobs and I would have found out about this earlier. Guess what? We didn't. We didn't find out early. We got into this shit late. I got into this thing at 24 years old. There was no resources. My first job was $13 an hour. But I've been able to make millions of dollars because I got into this shit. Now, if I would have been one of those people that'd be like, man, $13 an hour, I wouldn't even take that job. Then I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. I would be in the same position that I was 13 years ago. Do you understand it? I will be in the same position that I was in 2011. Because sometimes people go in and they don't take a risk. Sometimes you got to make a change. Sometimes you got to go in and say, okay, cool. You know, I feel bad. There was a moment, I remember, I applied to this boot camp called Hack Reactor, right? Back in 2011, right? Now, Hack Reactor was basically the gold standard of boot camps. Hack Reactor didn't let you in unless you were good. This is, and I'm talking about, like really, really good. Like, we're not talking about, hey, I know how to do a little something. No, you got to be fucking really, really good. And a lot of times they will prefer to bring in students with bachelor's degrees. This is where the whole myth of boot camps comes from. The biggest boot camp and the best boot camp of all time was Hack Reactor. Every single person that went to that boot camp used to get hired in major companies. But guess what they didn't work with? Students like me. People that's coming from the bottom, don't have the budget to survive 8-9 months, right? Because it's hard to tell somebody, hey man, come to this boot camp, do the 3 months to 9 months, and you're not gonna work. So you need this already. Before you even get in, you need this. Someone like me don't have this, especially at the time. Guess what? I didn't have a bachelor's in computer science or anything related to development. That was another thing, another factor why they didn't let me in. And then on top of that, you know, they choose who they see could be a perfect individual for the type of companies that they're going to help you push you to get hired. Me, I'm the same way. I look exactly the same way I used to look in 2011. I'm an outlier. I'm a fucking glitch in the matrix. A dude like that's like me, that looks like me, they're not even expecting that I know how to code. They're not even expecting, can we really get this fucking guy a job? So guess what? Their standards is higher to go in and say, well, if we don't even think that we could get him a job, we're not even going to let him in. So I had 3 things against me. That's the facts, right? Now, I could have went in and cried it out and be like, my Hack Reactor didn't let me in and I can't get it. Nah, I didn't fucking cry it out. I went in and I said, you know what? I'm going to learn this shit on my own. I'm going to look for resources online. I'm going to go through fucking tutorials. I'm going to start rebuilding real applications that's out there and then go the extra mile. Everybody goes in and does a little bullshit JavaScript game. I'm building the whole application. I was doing Netflix clones before Netflix clone was fucking popular. All this shit, go look it up. Search Netflix clone. One of the first videos that did a Netflix clone was just me on YouTube. And that was just like a basic showing people HTML, CSS. I was doing that when no one was fucking doing that in 2011. That's why I got interviews at Twitter or Tumblr. And even though I didn't get those positions, because again, I'm not one of these lucky guys that come in and be like, whoa, we see potential in you, Joe. Nobody saw potential. Nobody saw shit on me. Even when I came to this YouTube game, right? I've been doing this shit for 7 years. I've seen people come and go, and I'm still here. I've made more money than most of the biggest YouTubers, and I'm still here. And people used to come in here, shit, I don't know. I didn't know that 50 Cent codes now. Look at this San N word, right? Because motherfuckers will say crazy shit to me when I came into YouTube. Because they're already doubting that if I could do it. And still made it happen and still fucking killed it. 7 years, there's motherfuckers that come in here, they have all type of fucking videos. This website's a scam. This, and that. Go look at my shit. I've been doing this shit for 7 years. You never see nobody say, this was a scam, this, and that. They liked it or they don't like it. But we deliver exactly what we told them that we was going to get them. And those that came in and followed what we told them got results. But again, I'm telling you guys this is because if you're like me, you have to realize we got to go a different way, not the conventional way, because that ship sailed. We don't have access to that. We can't go back into time and be like, well, I'm going to go back to college and hopefully I get an internship. There is no 40-year-old intern. That ship sailed. So now what do? Do we cry about it or do we make it happen? And the way to make it happen is by getting results. Getting into your first job, building yourself up, building the experience that you need, and that trumps everything. If I go in and I have a junior developer that just came out of fucking, I don't know, Duke University, right? And he has never done anything. And then a dude comes in and says, hey, I got 3 years working in the industry. I work for this brand, this brand, this brand. Who do you think I'm picking? I'm picking the guy that has experience. Even though if this guy came from Duke University, Stanford, wherever the hell he came from, I have to pick the person that's going to get me the most results faster. And when you realize that, everything clicks. And you're like, oh, this is how this shit works. This is why I tell people, you can't be on social media expecting to get other people's results. Because if they're not coming with the same background as you, in the same situations that you're coming from, in your same background that you might have, your own Carfax, and you're following somebody that doesn't have that, they have a different Carfax, their results is not going to be your results. You're going to fail. You're going to be here and be like, yo, I've been doing this shit since 2021 and I can't find a job. Yeah, you've been following the wrong fucking people. That's just the facts. So again, anybody that's interested in what we offer at codingphase.com, definitely go check it out. Codingphase.com is it's the platform. I build it for people like you. I build it for people like me, right? That's it. If you want it, you want it. If you don't want it, you don't want it. Okay? Again, this is the curriculum. This is what we focus on. You come in, your first day is literally this. Go through the welcome series, getting started, right? You got the meeting for the accountability meeting, 7 p.m. Eastern time, like today, 7 p.m. We're live. We're going through everybody's portfolio, helping people get them to the point where they're ready to start applying to jobs. And then from there, they're off to the races, okay? That's what we do every Monday. Tech support with Karen on Wednesdays. So if you need help, somebody to look at your work and help you get through some part of the course, you got somebody there that can help you out, okay? From there, you have the web producer route. This is the route that you're going to go in. This is the first thing that you want to learn. Content management, content editing. This is how you go in and get these positions where you're helping a business that already have a website and all you're doing is managing their content. That's the first role that you could get. It's the easiest thing. If you're against the wall and you're like, man, I wish I could get a job. I wish I could get paid for all this time that I put into this thing. This is where you want to start at. You want to go for the low-hanging fruit so you could get paid. There's nothing better in this world than to go in and say, damn, I invested a month into doing courses and holy shit, now I'm getting paid. The worst feeling in the world is, man, I just invested a year, 2 years into this shit and I haven't made a dime. That's the worst feeling. Okay? So yes, we focus on web producer. We focus on AI tools. We're adding another section for ChatGPT and a couple of other tools that's coming in. And this is just to to improve on what you already have. You need to have a skill. You need to complete one career path before you start doing any of the AI tools. AI tools are for actually going in and helping you expedite whatever task you got to do, not for you to skip the steps. If you don't know how to actually go in and build a website yourself, having ChatGPT or Claude or Cursor AI, all you're doing is basically skipping steps. And when shit breaks, you're gonna be like, huh? I don't know how to do this. I don't know what happened. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be that guy. You want to be the guy that understands what's under the hood and using AI to automate things. Okay? From there, building your brand. From there, building your portfolio. We give you the type of projects you need to build, what type of things you need to add to it, what's the SEO tags, right? There's a reason when you go in and you search email developer portfolio, right? Most of the people that pop up on this, they're all Coding Phase students, okay? People that have came through Coding Phase, have learned what we do, right? And they basically working as email developers, okay? Come over here. You could go in and go through a lot of these people that's in here, okay? John De Lorenzo, right? Brandon DeLoe, okay? You start going into it. All these people came from Coding Phase. There's a reason for it. It's because when I go in and I help you with building your portfolio, we're making sure everything from SEO tags to the information that you're going to put on those portfolios is going to be legit and solid. That's going to help you show up on any search result, and also to build a developer brand. That when they search your name, especially nowadays, Google is going to be obsolete in the next 2 years. The next stage is actually ChatGPT's search features with the new browser features that they're going to have. And a lot of other AI tools that's out there. So how do you go in and build a developer brand that when they search your name and they know who you are, automatically it pulls up all of your information, all your data. Right now, you could go in and search Coding Phase. Get started. Okay. You know what I mean? You could do this. You don't have to believe me, right? If I know how to go in and set up a developer brand, right? You don't have to believe me. You could go on ChatGPT and ask it, ChatGPT, who's Coding Phase?
Coding Phase is an online platform created by Joe Santos Garcia. It's designed to help people learn web development and coding skills. Joe offers a range of courses and resources aimed at beginners and experienced developers alike, focusing on practical skills that are directly applicable to real-world projects. The platform also includes a supportive community, personalized coaching, and job search assistance to help students land their first developer roles.
All right, thank you, my guy.
You're welcome. If you've got any more questions or need help with something else,
Shut
just
up.
let me...
Now, again, how do you do that? There's certain things that you got to put in motion. You got to create a developer brand, right? I'm telling you guys right now, even search results, this shit is going to be obsolete. You have to go in and have a connection between your portfolio, your social media accounts, right? And everything that you do, have it like a trifecta. Everything's all connected. So when now a lot of these tools, when they search your name, right, and they're using AI and they're looking for information about you, all it says is you are a developer. You have worked here, you have worked there. This is what this person does. You have to start that process by setting up your portfolio the right way. Okay? So again, going into, everything else that we do, again, portfolio. After that, once you have your first portfolio as a web producer, right? We go into the next stage, applying to jobs. Here's a jobs list, okay? Here's a jobs list of all the jobs, right? All the jobs that you have in here. And there's people already logged in, checking for jobs. All the jobs that's happening in the industry, we go in and we start adding it to the platform, okay? We start adding it to the platform. As you can see, web specialist, web content producer, right? So we do the research and we look for those job opportunities for you. And all you have to do is come in here and say, boom, I want to apply. Okay? I want to apply to it. I want to go in and see what else is in here. Okay? That's it. So not only are you getting the portfolio, how to do the portfolio, how to go in and set yourself up, right? But we also doing that job search assistance, which is we're looking for job opportunities for the students. So you don't have to go in and be like, well, do I qualify for this job? Should I be applying to this? Bro, apply to the job that we give you. That's it. Make your life easy. Okay? Then from there, go into email development, go into Shopify development. And then from there, we start learning about full stack development. Okay? So yeah, go check it out. Links in the description if you want to come to Coding Phase. Again, and that's the link. You come in here, link on the description is going to bring you to this page. Okay? It's very simple page. Okay? You have a video right here that explains everything for you, why this thing makes sense. Right? If it doesn't make sense for you, don't sign up. You don't have to sign up. If it makes sense, you come in. Start with a free trial. It's a limited time only, right? We have around like 5,000 students right now. Once it reaches to 6,000, I close down the whole monthly subscription. Only the people that's already in can get in. At that point, you can only sign up for 6 months and yearly subscriptions, okay? That way, we have a limit of how many students come into the platform of who we could actually serve. I don't want to go in and have 1 million people. I just want to have 5,000 to 6,000 people, and that's it. That's the maximum. So if you want to get access to that, come in. Take care of yourself and definitely get started. Let me go into the chat before we get out of here. Yo, what's up, my G's? What's going on, bro? As someone coming from the sales world, wanting to switch and get into the tech industry, this is amazing to hear as I can get an idea where to start. Great. I'm glad that I could help, bro. Daniel says, I signed up for the Diamond. I'm officially part of your accelerator. Hey, welcome to the community. I'm looking forward to seeing you tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time. The link is right there on the how you call it? On the Tech Accelerator. Make sure you go in. It's through Zoom. There's most likely going to be 20 to 30 students in there. Come in. As soon as you come in, click on the reactions, raise your hand. That puts you first. Okay? I call you up, get to ask you a couple of questions, see where you at, see where we could help you, create a plan for you. And then from there, I go to the next person. Okay? And at that point, you could chill on the meeting, or you could decide, hey, I want to go in and leave because I already got my review, already got exactly what I need to do to get started, and that's it. So I always tell people this: you don't have to stay the whole 2 hours. You come in, get your questions answered, get your portfolio reviewed, and then from there, once I give you that green light, start applying to the jobs. Just go to the jobs list and start applying from there. Okay? And as you're going to the interviews, come back in to give me feedback on what happened through those interviews, right? And that way I could go in and give you feedback on what, what you got to improve, what are the things that they're asking you on, right? And every single week we're going to improve on your portfolio, making it better and better and better. By the time it's a month, your portfolio is going to be beautiful. You know what I mean? Beautiful, perfect, everything that they're asking for, okay? And then at that point, if you get your job, you can say, well, Joe, toodles. A lot of people do that. A lot of people come in, they get the first job, and they say toodles. And then they come back the next year like, yo, Joe, I want to get my second job, help me out. Then I help them out, right? So it's not like you're stuck with me for the rest of your life. No, you pay as you go. You pay for a service. We provide that service. We don't want you to be here handcuffed. Well, he got me into a subscription. God damn it, I can't cancel. No, you call me right now. You send a message. Hey, cancel this shit. I don't want it no more. That's it. You're canceled. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we make it very easy. At the bottom of the screen, it says, hey, how to cancel, how to, get a refund. Everything is right there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're not playing no games. We want people to leave here happy and get the results that they came here for. Shout out to Eva. All right, Eva. You're doing This icon is a lot, ma. It's probably a random dude, but shit, bro. You over here with this icon, you can't be doing that. Make me kind of lose focus for a second. I'm like, hold on, there's a lot to see here. Okay, do radius A1. Let me see. We're into here. Cooler J. I work my butt off to learn the skills, and it's all for the kids. Yes, me too, bro. Let me see. John Degree says social media is filled with people who pitch the pipe dreams. Yes, 100% true. Yep. It will never work the exactly how they will tell you it's done. Good for some advice, but you can never do it just like them. Yeah, that happens all the time. That's why when you on social media, you gotta know where you're getting your information from, right? And understand their business model. Like for example, like my business model for Coding Phase is very simple. I come here, I give you guys information, I look for job opportunities, I give you guys the things that's working, I give you guys tips, create videos answering your questions. And guess what? At the end, I say, hey, by the way, if you want me to help you out in this process, you could come to Coding Phase, you could get all of my courses, and I'm gonna help you out through the process until you get results. Until you get a job, I'm gonna work with you. Right? That's it. The service is there. But guess what? I don't make money off $70, right? I make money by getting you results and you working with me in the long term. So what does that mean, right? I want to do a good job. I want to go in and say, this person came in 1 month. At the end of the month, he came in, got his portfolio done. He's applying to jobs. He's already getting interviews. He's getting more interviews than he was doing by himself. Now he's realizing, damn, this shit works. This guy's legit. I'm going to continue working with him. Guess what? A month later, he gets hired. That individual comes in and says, shit, this guy came in 2-3 months, got me into a new position. I was struggling out here. I wasn't making money from the skills that I had. Shit, this guy's legit. Let me continue working with him. Now we build a relationship, right? A business relationship where you know I got good work and now I can come in and give you that good work. Now, if I go in and I give you a bad work, what I'm going to do with just 1 month that you come to Coding Phase? I can't do shit with that, right? Now, that's the business model. It's very simple. If I continue to do good work with you, you're going to continue to work with me. If I do bad work, you're going to be like, I'm out of here. And I don't make nothing, right? Now, when you're on social media, there's people that don't tell you what their business model is. Their business model is getting views, getting paid from advertisement, right? So even if right now it's something that is not beneficial to you, that's not really their business because, hey, I'm just a YouTuber. I'm just here to put out a video and you're not paying me to put out a video, right? So if I put out this video that it don't get you no results, or I tell you, learn this new JavaScript framework that just came out yesterday and no one has jobs for, but I'm hyping it up, I'm just giving you information, right? So there's no responsibility with that. Same thing when somebody comes in and says, well, hey man, you know what? This video is sponsored by Dev Mountain. This video is sponsored by Lambda. This video is sponsored by the XYZ framework or this, and that. They don't have no responsibility with you. They're just saying, hey, this shit was sponsored by this company. And if you want, there's an affiliate link down there. And if they charge you $20,000, that's not my business. I got to pay my $500 just to put the link right there. I have no responsibility with you. You get what I'm saying? That's the business model that most YouTubers have. It's hard to do a business where you have to get people results. It's hard to maintain a business where you have to go in and answer everybody's emails or keep in contact with every student. It's hard to do that. It's much easier for me to go on Udemy and put a $20 course and say, here's a course, good luck. Right? So that's the thing that you have to keep in mind when you're here on social media and you're looking at a lot of the stuff that's out here. Is like, how do they make money? That's the number one question. And if it doesn't align with what you're trying to achieve, then there's no point in taking that advice or watching them. You could continue watching them like entertainment. A lot of times I watch a lot of people that be like, these motherfuckers is bullshitters. But I like the cinematography. I like how they do their animations. It keeps me entertained. I like to know what new framework just came out. Even though I know there's no jobs for it, I can't make a dollar from that shit. But I like to know what's going on out there. And when I do that, I know what I'm getting myself into. The problem is when someone doesn't know that. They come in and they have this mentality that everyone that you see here has you in their best interest. No, they don't. Their business model is to get views, get eyes on them. And then if they can go in and say, click on the link from a business that I'm not connected to, when shit goes wrong, they're not connected to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Somebody comes to Coding Phase and they're like, man, I had a horrible experience. Joe took my money. He never fucking answered my email. I never got to talk to him. I never saw him. I never did none of his courses. The shit didn't work. The fucking system was going down every day. This, and that. Guess what? That shit looks bad on me. I'm responsible for that. I'm supposed to handle that. I'm supposed to fix that. But guess what? You don't see that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a lot of weight, a lot of responsibility that I have. It's easier for me to just go in and push somebody else's shit. But I enjoy doing this because I know I could get the results for the people, right? But yeah. Jay DeCo. Thank you, ChatGPT. Telling it to shut up just now, they might just put you below the next guy. Un abrazo, que lo que, Henry? What's going on? Hope you're doing well. Love everything you're doing for us, man. You fucking awesome as a teacher and overall human being. Thank you, bro. Tonight we're doing an accountability meeting. If you want to come through, Henry. I know you're working right now and you're busy, but it's always good to swim by, say what up to the peoples, and see what you're up to, see how work is doing. Kurt Clouden says, how many rounds of interviews are for these roles? It all depends, right? Some companies, like really small companies, they do one or two, right? If it's a bigger company, you might have to do a phone call with a recruiter, right? Then an interview with somebody in a company that might be, the head of vetting people, and then from there you might have to go and meet the team. So always remember, most companies, it takes them about a month. Once you started the interview process, it takes about a month to get hired. That's why I always suggest for people not to put all your eggs into one basket. Because if you got like an interview with a company and you think that everything is going good, and you're like, man, that's it, I'm not even applying to other jobs because I already got this one. Never think like that. Because they might come up out of nowhere and be like, hey man, could you come in for just one more interview? We really, it's between you and another guy and we don't know which one to pick. That shit happens all the time. And then you invest everything a whole month into that one company, and then they pull the rug, and then now you're out there with like, damn, I got to start all over and continue applying. So what you want to do is apply the whole way. Even after you got a company that already got you to the last round, you don't stop. Because if you leave it to that company, there might be a situation that something could happen, right? And then now you put all your eggs into that basket, and when they take it away, it's a sad situation, right? So yes, it does take anywhere from 2 to 3 interviews. Wise Stangel, yes, I saw your email. Right now, Wise, I'm still trying to set up the systems for the internship. That's the only thing that's stopping me. I'm doing a lot of stuff at the same time, bro. I got a freaking hurricane coming this way. I got a whole bunch of other stuff that I'm doing. I'm trying to transfer Coding Phase out of Shopify, rebuilding the whole site. Like, I'm doing a whole bunch of things. So what I might have you do, if you're interested, is help me out in the migration of Coding Phase from Shopify to this new Next.js application that I have, if you're interested. And what I'm gonna need is a lot of help with content and landing pages, right? I want to go in and start creating more landing pages depending on what people are searching for. So we're gonna talk about that tonight on the accountability meeting, Wise. So you could help me out with that. Um, yeah. So definitely, we definitely gonna talk about that. So I saw your email. It's not that I was like, I just don't know how to answer it. That's why I didn't answer it. I was like, damn, because I got a million things. I want to set this up. And yes, he's qualified. I just gotta set up a system where it's not just like me talking to you directly. It's more like me putting everything on a board. And then from there you can go in and start doing the work that needs to be done. Right. And that's where it's like I'm in the air right now, setting up that system. I might have to ask Karen to help me out, so she could help me out with setting everything up while I do this migration. Uh, MJ Cornell says, "Hey, hello MJ, hello. Do you remember the $13 I resigned?" And he gaslighted me. What did he say? I'm interested in what that guy told you. Yes, you're definitely good on that sense, Wise. I'm definitely gonna put you, like I said, I'm gonna put you in a role. I gotta set up the system. That's the only thing that's stopping me, right? Sometimes it's like unless you have a system, because I could go in and give you the notes and be like, hey man, do this. Here's the logins. Here's how you log into Clavio. I could do that. But if I want to go in and have multiple people, I gotta write the notes. I gotta have a system where they could see what are the tasks. So that's the only thing that I'm waiting on. But we're gonna do it. You know, at the latest, the beginning of November, we're gonna start it. What did he say? He said, "Hi MJ, let us put the project on hold if calling you out causes stress. I agree. You need to prioritize your health and well-being. We'll let you know when we continue with this project. Thank you." Yeah, bro. If people are stressing you out and for $13, like just tell them like, no, bro. Like I don't need this. It's not worth my time. I appreciate it, but it's not worth my time. And I would have probably, I know you probably told him nicely of like, oh man, da da da. I would have probably told him in a bad way. I was like, bro, listen, this is not worth my time. This stress that you guys are giving me and this expectations that you guys are expecting for this low pay, guess what? Like, no one's gonna do this type of work and with the stress that you're putting me through for $13 an hour, right? It's just not worth it. I could find something else better to do with my time, and you guys can go ahead and try to find somebody else to set up a sweatshop for you because I'm not gonna be part of this fucking sweatshop, you know. So at least I know you. I know you said it to him nicely, but I would have been like, "Yo, bro, you're bugging. I'm not gonna be going through the stress for $13. You know, you expecting too much at this price range. No one works like this. People, and you would have broke it down. People get paid thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars to have stress and have pressure on top of them. You're giving me crumbs, and I'm taking all the stress that I'm supposed to be getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for. No, thank you. I appreciate it. You know, and that's where it is what it is. Sometimes some employers they're not nice. They don't put themselves in other people's shoes. They have such a high expectation. It's like, motherfucker, you paying this guy a piece of gum in a paperclip. Like, what do you expect? You want him to not sleep at night doing your work? You want him to to be like, yo, he's gonna go on his off time to learn a whole bunch of extra skills to solve your problem? You're not even paying him what he's supposed to. So yeah, man, you did the right thing. Now, get on the grind, start applying to other jobs, and start looking for other opportunities, right? And hopefully you got a little bit of savings, a little something on the side while this holds you down until you get another job. But yeah, don't go into jobs that you're stressed. Trust me, I know. This is why I don't work for nobody. Because a lot of times, people go in and they wanna squeeze everything out of you. And I'm at a point in my life that I just want my life to be easier. I don't want to be working for somebody that's gonna make my life difficult. I want to, I want to enjoy my job, But definitely, man. Yes, for us, it's big for us in Filipinos. I cannot get that client easily in the U.S. And fun fact, he is Filipino too, but living in the U.S. You see, that's the thing that gets me pissed off. So this guy's Filipino, right? And he's basically, in a sense, trying to exploit you, who's another Filipino. And it's like a full circle thing. It's like we do it to our own, which is it shouldn't be. It's not right. Somebody's freaking working hard for you. He's another colleague, another paisano, somebody from your own lands. Like, treat him good. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't a sweatshop, Like, this is human beings, right? Treat them good. But yeah, MJ, I'm glad that everything worked out for you and you're keeping it moving. Don't worry, you're going to find another opportunity, another position way better than this, okay? And if you need some extra help, always reach out to me. And somebody needs like a reference letter from you, you use me, use my company. I'll put it as a reference letter. I'll write a reference letter for you, bro. So you could be good. You know what I mean? Don't let nobody exploit you out here. Okay? Take care, man. And by the way, my kids are Filipino. For those of you guys that don't know, I'm basically Filipino. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to my kids. Shout out to my babies. I'll show you guys right now, real quick. The most beautiful thing in the world is mixing your culture with Filipino. Those people are like the nicest people you could meet. I don't know if you guys can see it. Uh, Shout out to my kids. So yeah, I got my little chinitos. You know what I mean? I got Dominican chinitos. You know what I mean? Little Pinoys, a little, little cuyas, a little ates, little adings. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm from the Philippines, basically, bro. I don't put too much work into the Filipinos that shit. I might as well say I'm half Filipino. All right, guys. Anyways, man, it's your boy Joe back at it again, codingphase.com. If you want to come to Coding Phase, guys, there's no better time than now, okay? Right now, you got 7 days free trial. Take advantage. Come in, use the service, and let's go in and put in some work, okay? I'll see you guys later. Take care. Peace.